Check this out, folks. A chilling new film that takes you inside an isolated, haunted lighthouse. That's right. And it was filmed entirely in Lorraine. How about that? John Baumgartner is here along with Cindy Davis-Singh. They're here to tell you all about the film called Beneath the Light that debuts today. How about that?
That's right.
Opening day?
Opening day.
Standing ovation.
Wow, thank you.
There we go.
I have to say, it's especially an honor to be interviewed by you. I grew up watching you interview so many film greats, so it's such a thrill to meet you and to be on the show.
It's always so much fun. I mean, I think the last great director before you was the director of Superman.
That's wonderful, yeah.
And of course, he was here in town also.
Exactly.
Hey, so you directed the film. Did you write the film?
I co-wrote the film and produced the film.
Okay, and you are a psychiatrist.
I am.
That really sort of lends some extra ingredients to somebody writing a thriller or
exactly.
Would you call it a thriller?
A psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it takes place in a lighthouse.
That's right, yeah.
And I was thinking about it, when I was reading about this last night, I was just thinking about it. If you were in that lighthouse all by yourself and it's sort of dark out and you hear the crazy sounds and everything, so is that part of the inspiration of this, or one of the major ingredients?
It absolutely is. Yeah, I grew up like a block from that lighthouse, growing up looking at it, and it was during COVID. During the lockdown, I was stuck in Lorraine. I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles. A lot of the crew, a lot of the cast came from LA for this. But I said, I want to do a project if we're just going to be stuck here in Lorraine during the lockdown. And I said, oh, I'd love to make a movie at the lighthouse. But of course, it has to be a spooky movie, right?
Right.
Because, and it was interesting. I was in my 50s when I finally got to step foot in that lighthouse. You see it almost like the moon. You don't get to, step foot on it, for all these years.
Your perspective is so different.
Yeah, exactly. They've restored it so beautifully that we had to use a lot of movie magic to make it creepy.
Well, you know what I think is really genius about this too is I look at this, and being a thriller, this kind of movie, the lighting has to be a little strange, a little different.
Yeah.
And this makes you use the right light.
That does.
Because to light it like a regular film would be ridiculous.
Right, exactly. It's definitely moody.
Yeah.
Moody.
So did this building speak to you when you were doing this?
It does, and it's interesting in that this is one of the few lighthouses in along Lake Erie that you can't reach by land. You have to take a boat to get there, which made for some challenges in filming.
I bet it did, just tying up, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Just tying up and just spending all that time there. Yeah. And it kind of reminded me of one of my favorite films was The Shining. That idea where Jack Nicholson is like isolation and stuck. And I was like, wow, this place can be extremely isolating. Red Rum, exactly. We don't have that line, but it's a story about a young man who's played by Zach Tinker, who is an Emmy-nominated actor. He was on Young and the Restless, among other things, and
Now he got a real job.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, so he gets in a real movie, right? And he takes a job at the lighthouse, and soon he discovers that he's being haunted by this ghostly little girl and his past. So the film is ultimately a mystery. There's a great mystery and a really satisfying twist. People rave about the twist.
Does guilt play into this?
Guilt does play into it, and ultimately it's a film about trauma and healing and redemption. So it makes this the perfect spooky season date movie, because it's not a super gory slasher kind of horror film. It's much more of a supernatural thriller.
Being a psychiatrist, you must have one hell of an inventory to draw from.
I do, I do.
Well said.
And I did for this, absolutely.
In fact, that's why I approached her early in the writing and said, does this psychological journey make sense? And she said, yes, and had great ideas of how to expand it, so we started writing it together.
Sometimes things don't have to make sense, and when people are trying to weave that cloth, that fabric together to make it make sense, that's where some of that magic really occurs, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it's really important to me that characters are created in a way that makes sense and that they evolve in a way that's what's called egosyntonic, that makes sense to the character.
Like that.
So,
what?
Like that word, egosyntonic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about applause for that one? That one cost you $50 to get.
But I think that's important. I think all too often, characters are not created well, and they evolve in ways where you go, that doesn't make sense. So we tried really hard to make that happen in this film.
Yeah, that way, because you don't want to be taken out of it by trying to say, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we're out of time. So when and how can we see it?
Well, the movie has just come out today, October 14th. You can see it anywhere you buy or rent your online streaming movies. It's coming out on DVD soon. And yeah, we hope you'll have a look and enjoy the local sights of Lorain, Ohio in a world-class movie.
Such a wonderful way to see a movie too. I mean, you talk about the pandemic. This is really a result of the pandemic. The way we watch movies now, see movies at home, online, and
Right.
DVD and that sort of thing. So this is a great way you can see it at your own leisure. And of course, when you see something about it, you can always go back and look at it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Especially after the twist, when you go watch it a second time,
Yeah.
you're like, oh. And you can watch a lot of making of stuff on BeneathTheLight.com. We have behind-the-scenes stuff, including some spoiler-filled 1-hour making of the film.
There
to
you
see
go.
how we
That
did this.
sounds terrific.
Yeah.
And as we say goodbye, you got another project in the soup yet?
We're working on it. Yeah, we want to make another film in Lorain, and again, bring a lot of people from LA to help make the
Great.
film, and so hopefully in Lorain, yeah.
Thanks for joining us here. And when you
Yeah,
make one,
thank you.
Invite us out to stop out there and say hello.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
See some
Yeah.
of that behind the scenes action.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thank you very much.